Now just one man left inside of the B-bomb site, but he's pushed down Banana. Now he's got himself an AK to play around with. And this is where things get scary if you're Na'Vi. Oscar's not the man you want to be facing off against. He finds himself 3.
Now Sick will monitor this off, tries to block the pathway. The same can be sent for the other side here. Sick's going to be able to pick up the first kill. Wraps in for a quick second one, and now everyone else is stuck because of the Molotovs there. So great elimination being done here by Misfits. Great usage of the utility. Nifty is allowed to get this first trade, but they have a lot more work to do if they want to get back into this round. Starting it off well, but Sick through the paneling is going to hit one more and then a second as Azur tries to push him. Nifty left alive, but it's Sick to kill every single member of the Renegades.
That's going to be Zipex and Glaive. Here they come. They're going to be checking this for sure. The flashbang's good. And Zipex is double sprayed out. Make it 4. What an absolute monster play.
Ready to hold on to it as their players are split. Destiny completely blind. HS. Oh my goodness, he doesn't notice Destiny. He was standing there for a solid 5 seconds, and now he wraps around and gets a second kill and a third now as well. Completely decimating the enemy team, and now number 4 is just like clockwork for him, walking through the entire site. Actually pretty close for the most part here, so they keep winning these rounds and look for cleaner ones too. That's going to be a good entry, but you still have Fall to deal with. He's going to wrap around, almost gets a third kill that quickly. Now he's going to be able to get it on the repeat here. Now are they not looking to quad at this point, as they're just letting Fallen get away with it, and in he goes. It's an easy ace for Fallen, shutting everything down and finally putting SK on the board.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. It's our second series coming up for in just a few minutes. Sorry, it's going to be obviously moving over to Inferno as our first map between these two teams, and LDLC versus Mouse. Obviously, a bit more of a question mark again with both these teams. Mouse seem to be a little bit more consistent than LDLC, who have currently been having issues. Anything you want to say before we go into this matchup?
I really like LDLC. I mean, we've seen them so many times here. We've seen them do a lot of work and actually really improve and have some good games against some of the better teams as well in the tournament. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they can really bring the heat here, especially on Inferno. They played it a couple times before against some of the top teams, so they could be ready and raring to go against Mouse. But as you say, very consistent Mouse. They're going to be a hard hurdle to jump.
Definitely so, and LDLC, I mean, just failing of qualifying for the minor the other day, not coming off some of the best results, despite having some good upset wins in Pro League as well. But I feel like the map pool is probably the most interesting thing to talk about coming in here, because we have, again, as we did in the previous series, we now have 2 maps that are very average for both these teams. It's typically been the case that you usually get one quite good map for one team and one quite good map for the other team, but obviously today is completely different for some reason. We had 2 average maps for the previous series, and now we have Inferno, then Cash. Neither of these teams strong Inferno or Cash teams. They're just about 50% win rate, very average, and nothing special at all. I mean, even last time I think of, last match I saw LDLC play Inferno, and they got 16-3 by Astralis actually 2 weeks ago in Pro League as well that we casted. So yeah, I don't think of LDLC as a great Inferno team by any means. That's going to be our first map as well jumping in. This is going to be slightly worrying for them. I feel like it's hard to lean toward LDLC in this series as a whole, but on Inferno, definitely not. That's surely where mousesports take it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say that mousesports firmly in the favour for Inferno, but when you move on to something like Cash, I think LDLC could take it. I'm predicting, again, a 1-1 series.
1-1 series. Okay, well, I'm going to go with a 2-0 for this one. I think mousesports will probably just run wild. We just saw them off the back of this win over Gambit at the ROG Masters Finals that I was at in Germany the other day.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there actually. I'm not sure if you know. So yeah, just coming off the back of a a LAN win, a best-of-3 finals versus Gambit at the ROG Masters Finals. So yeah, either way. So mousesports have been looking good. They've only been improving. They're doing better than LDLC this season in Pro League, and generally I think this new roster is looking very strong. You can see if you just look at the Twitter of half the LDLC players, the disappointment of their recent performance. They've not been happy. They've been tweeting very vocal about how they're wanting to improve and all of this. But at the end of the day, they're still as inconsistent as ever. And while they've had peaks, like we had that, four broadcast days a couple of weeks ago where we had LDLC every single day except the last day, and they were doing really well. You can't take it away. They beat Na'Vi. They beat some good teams there. It's just the inconsistencies, and that's going to be an issue. But let's see if Betway agree with us. Let's see what these odds are for the game. And yeah, actually, I'd say that's pretty fair. I feel like I would even lean towards, for the first map especially, I'd say that's giving mousesports a lot of room You know, I'd say 1.25 would be even more accurate in my opinion. But again, you know, LDLC are not a bad team by any means. This is definitely not a free win for mousesports, but I would, yeah, I'd lean the way of the mouse side.
I think it's a pretty fair scoreline or prediction on that part. I think it's pretty much level. Obviously, as I said before, mousesports favoured into this first map of the series. LDLC below that 3 mark, I think, is quite an accurate representation of my personal opinion. So maybe they're listening more to me than you. Don't know what that says about anything, but. Yep. We'll see. I guess in the game, we'll see who's right. Yeah,
I want to put you on the spot a little bit here. Do you have an MVP for either team? Both teams or one team coming into this map or series, really? Is that too much of a question for me to ask you? But do you have anyone that you're looking to go big?
No one in mind just yet.
No one in mind?
No.
Do you want me to do it?
You can if you want. I'm just reserving my judgment. Listen, I've made an accurate prediction on the scoreline and on the odds.
Yes, scoreline predictions.
I'm not going as far as MVP.
As far as I'm aware, scoreline predictions are pointless because no one's ever accurate. You can never. I mean, predicting a win on an online match is bold enough. But predicting that there will be a win.
I predict there will be a win.
Sorry. Predicting a winner on an online match is hard enough. Predicting a scoreline is just so dependent on who picks up pistol round. And pistol round is just an RNG madness. Like, you can throw strategy in, and sometimes if you just go, for example, we see Cobble. Let's look to Cobble, right? In the first game that we had, say G2 versus Big, right? G2's T-side pistol round. They set up 5 players towards Plateau and a flash over. They flashed over, 5 players rushed in, leg gear, headshot 3 of them, tap, 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 they're all dead, right? Big, their T-side pistol round. They set up 5 players towards Plateau, they flash over, they all run in, and they win the round. That's what I mean. It's just complete RNG at the end of the day. So you can't predict scorelines accurately. I hate it when people predict scorelines accurately. John, I'm going to bash you until you never do that again. How dare you?
But, all right. Okay.
But let's talk about MVPs then. Let's talk about MVPs. I'll give mine. So obviously, let's go through the rosters.
It's going to ruin their framing, but I feel a lot safer of it.
Let's go through the rosters, at least for these both teams, to give people at home an idea, for those who are unaware of the rosters for these teams. So obviously on the side of mousesports, a fairly newish roster. You obviously have Oscar on the AWP. You have Stiko as well, one of the latest additions alongside Sunny. Obviously he was replacing Lau, who recently left and moved to Dignitas, as well as that you have Rops, the Estonian wonder child, as Harry calls him. And then who have I missed? Bail me out. Rops, Sunny, Stiko, Oscar, Chris J, obviously, the secondary ult for the team and the resident scouter. I think coming into this map, Inferno, I've got to go with Oscar. He's always the star of the team. Him and Rops are always at the top of the board, and they always seem to have a great performance as a duo.
Yeah, I mean, we did see, as you said, 2 weeks ago when we were casting them before, we saw Chris J on Nuke with that scout. I remember that round perfectly because it was such a clean play from him. He was able to land those headshots with the scout, I think, onto 3 or 4 players, and then just cleaned out the round as well on an eco for his team. So that stuck with me. So maybe if I had to give one to them, it would be for Chris J.
That's interesting as well, because Chris J, at least with Oscar on the AWP, when he's performing well, which is most of the time, he's taken a far more backseat role. We literally just look to Oscar to pick up the AWP at times, and sometimes we don't even see Chris J touch it. I mean, Sunny's even had it, because obviously Sunny, the Finnish player, did play for Ents at one point, did AWP for that team. While he's stated he didn't enjoy it, and that's why he's moved to a rifle role, he's got AWPing experience, so even at times you see Sunny take the AWP as well. And not over Chris J, but if Chris J's dead, for example, chuck Sunny the AWP, he's still effective with it. So yeah, mine with Oscar, yours with Chris J, fair play. Now moving over to the side of LDLC, we've obviously got Devil, Existence, Tuano, Maniac, and Alex, the UK player.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. The UK.
Are we both UK going straight? We're going straight in for UK, are we?
Absolutely. Yeah. Represent.
I feel like you can't not go for Alex. He is the star of the team, without a doubt.
It doesn't matter how he's doing. He's from the UK, and that's what matters.
Ooh, well, I'm not going to agree with that with the current state of our CS scene, but with at least LDLC, I'll go with Alex at least. But let's just take a quick break and have a look at the PaySafe card video for you guys before we jump into this first map on Inferno.
Hey guys, this is Exist from NIP. I'm here with Forrest and Getright, and we're gonna figure out who's tweeting what. Raw.
I know exactly.
That's Forrest.
That's Forrest.
That's gotta be exist. I remember exist always usually like, I headshotted him, rawr.
I would never say
I would
rawr.
always use
No, that's
rawr.
Forrest. Like, yeah, 6K, no, 7K followers, dudes, rawr.
I think you use rawr a bit more than I do. Oh my god, let's go be rawr. Because you're a fearsome leader, you know. You're just like, yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna get in there and take command. So I'm gonna go with exist.
Yes, that's Forrest.
Yeah, it was me, I know.
7K,
Yeah, rawr. Rawr is coming back, boys.
Rawr.
That's gotta be get right. Straight up get right. Honestly, I can't.
Yeah, it has to be right.
You sounded so excited.
If it's only about ice cream, then I can take it on. You know, it's gonna be about. I'll probably just gonna think it would be Forrest or something like that.
100%.
100% get right. It's me? Oh, what? Really? No, read that back to me again, please.
Who was a Christmas present? Let me know, all in caps.
What? Shit, okay. Who wants a Christmas present?
That's 100% exist.
I'm a bit torn here. I think it's either exist or get right. I mean, the dots in the beginning. The double dots makes me think that it's get right, but how it all turned out.
I think it's exist mostly because I can see him, you know, raging behind the monitor, like one of those, you know, old school clips when the guy is like, you know, playing against the cheater, you know, when he started to rage more and more. That's like exist when he gets, you know, frustrated with, you know, some bad things in the game.
I have to say get right.
I'm going with get right here as well.
Forrest isn't that. He wouldn't complain in public like that.
You're right, Patrick wouldn't complain in public because it is you.
Exactly.
I knew it all. Hashtag listen to the players.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the game. Unfortunately, we've got a little issue. Rops isn't playing here for mousesports, so we have this guy, LMBT, the coach of mousesports, into the match, but we're jumping right in to single maps, and mousesports kicking off an Inferno on CT side. Look at this pusher from LMBT. Confidence, but he's first dead to right. It's Stico to double trade from the top of middle, and aggression down banana from Chris J to punish one more. Devil trades back, and now he's in a 1v3.
A lot of work to do. They still have that kit available. Utility as well on Devil. He does have that flash and the smoke, but it's not going to matter. Sunny's just going to nail him straight between the eyes, and that is going to be mousesports, despite their coach being on the pitch, able to take the first round on the pistol. So that's going to lead them into a little bit more strength. And interestingly, it's Oscar to pick up the scout, not Chris J, as we thought maybe, but no, it seems like Oscar's taken all of his jobs these days. He's taken that AWP role, now he's taken the scout role, and they're going to be coming up against those pistols. Classic LDLC performance. They're just going to be throwing their money at these rounds and seeing what falls out.
I'll be interested to see how LMB2 does this game. I'm actually not sure of his playing history. All I know is he loves to rush mid. Done that twice and died twice without even points of damage done or even a kill. LDLC after a man advantage, but they are tagged up in the process. Yeah, so I don't know how much playing LMBT has done, but it'll be fun to watch. I mean, if we look back to like coaches standing in, we think to, I'm going to butcher who it was, but the coach for, I think it was Envy, old Envy. Oh my god, I've completely forgotten his name. But he played a match, and I know he's not a player, so it was actually quite funny watching him. He just played MP9 all game, but that was a while ago. Back on Dust 2. Either way, this round's fallen apart from mousesports while we've been chatting away. And next, production told me, I think that's right. I think you're correct. Thank you. Yeah, that was quite a fun game. I remember watching that. But either way, this round's fallen apart. It's LDLC's somehow with pistols. Maniac's found himself a double. Nice one dig as well from Devil, and Alex with a CZ75 has resulted in Sunny just saving his gun, and LDLC nothing to lose because they only have pistols. May as well go for the hunt.
Just a little bit of background on LMBT. He hasn't actually played as a competitive player since about 2011. When he was in one of the premier tournaments. He has played in majors previously and in a couple of minors, but not after 2011. So he obviously he has that background as a player, moving into a coach after that point, and obviously doing relatively well, being the coach for mousesports. I mean, he's going to be good enough, and he's probably going to be taking the role of in-game leader at this point for the rest of his team. We'll see if that dynamic sort of has to change and sort of manipulate around that. And it could change everything. Like, the dynamic of a new player is very, very disruptive, and especially if they're not standard as a player, they're a coach. And
taking away your arguably best or second best player from the team. Not only that, but a lurker as well. It's quite an unfortunate role change. Because obviously Rops is a hard hitter for mousesports, so unfortunate to see that. But let's see how much effect it takes. Apparently not much onto Oscar, who's spamming down middle with a scout. Low buy for mousesports and rifles up for LDLC, but already lost Twano at the start of things. It's going to be the push down through B. Two players here for mousesports, both Sunny and Chris J. And LDLC with their rifles starting to bring pressure. It's a rotation from Oscar with the scout to move back into this side of the map. Still, LDLC are pressuring up on it. We've got Alex forced out of the boiler, but LDLC actually going to look to rotate around. The bomb's been dropped back towards lower middle, and with LDLC taking aggressive mid control as well, they're going to start to walk up into A. We need to see this rotation, and Sunny will begin it.
Stico able to land the headshot on towards Devil, which is going to drop the bomb as well, so they do know what is up. The push down Banana coming through as well for mousesports. If they turn the corners in time, they might get a peek, but it's not going to happen. LMBT playing in that pit position, trying to coach his team from the back lines as Team LDLC yet to take that full aggression existence in a spot of bother, as he is going to be flanked on completely. Chris J able to take that one down. Maniac bursts out of apartments though and clears out the pit player. Alex falls as well on site, and that's going to allow them to get the plant. 2 versus 3. LDLC pushed on towards the site, and Alex, with the end of a spray, does find the frag on towards Chris J. Sunny and Oscar, last two standing, and they're just going to get the clean out for mousesports, and 2 rounds go on the board in the reverse. I don't know.
Reverse.
The reverse.
John
this is the cha-cha slide. It's a cha-cha slide. Apparently, that's the sort of round we're having.
Interesting to see that from Mouse as well, because obviously LDLC picked up their force, but Mouse didn't have rifles or many to work with, whereas LDLC brought 4 rifles into that round and still lost it to the force buy, where mousesports only had a scout and 2 UMPs. So Good job from mousesports, but mistakes were made. LMBT yet to get a kill, but again, I don't want to bash on him at all this game. As you said, player history, but not for years, so I'm just interested to see how he performs really coming into this game, and I have no expectations at all. Not to bash on him, but again, we haven't seen him, so we'll see. Already, Oscar dead to the right as Chris J picks up one down banana. The bomb still dropped down there as well. LDLC going to speed up the pace and run towards this A-bomb site. LMBT caught out. Oh, and a nice shot from Alex as well. Takes Stiko. LDLC now with control over the A-bomb site, with the bomb yet to join them. Will be committing. This looks towards B for a second, but Existence reconsidering things, walks back up through A, and actually mousesports looking to save here, or maybe thinking LDLC with the bomb not going down have committed towards the B side of things, but no, they will work this out sooner rather than later, as the bomb will be going down for LDLC, a 2v3 in play, and with Chris J tagged up, I do not expect a retake from mousesports. They will just hold on to their guns. Only 2 flashbangs. They do have that kit available, but as you said, they're all the way on the other side of the map. They're pretty much firmed into going for this save at this point. It's going to mean that LDLC, though, do once more take that round back. And so 2-2 with a 1-1-1-1 on the rounds. The economy on both sides is going to be really limited. They're going to be playing around those SMGs. They're going to be playing without the amount of utility that is really ideal for both of these sides. They're just not going to have that strength behind them. And if they keep going for this, it's a matter of who gets those 2 rounds first as to who's going to force who onto a full eco. It'll be interesting to see if mousesports do throw the buy here, or if they just stick with a couple of pistols. With the money and with Oscar having the potential for this just glass cannon AWP, I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes for it, just as a wild card. That tap from Alex is ridiculous. It's beautiful. Yeah, wild card AWP here for Oscar. No armor to play with, but I like this as well. Bring it in early. Just catch LDLC out. There's no way they have an AWP in play at the moment. They have the economy for it, but why would they bring it in so early when mousesports have so many SMGs in play? It wouldn't make sense. The smoke down middle, it's only a bait as Oscar can peek around the edge. He was doing this a lot the other day on Inferno when I watched him, but this time it's Alex, the UK Dream, to shut him down in mid with a MAC-10, and the AWP dropped over to LMBT. Is he an AWPer? Who knows? We'll find out. As he sits in towards middle, LDLC bursting on through. He falls back to a more passive angle. Sunny takes long instead, and LDLC starting to move their way towards A. Pushing in, Alex with a second frag. This MAC-10 is doing so much damage. Sunny able to finally get the refrag, but Tuanu able to shut it down. Devil watches the back beautifully, and now it's just Chris J versus 4 on LDLC. They have the site. He's just going to grab that AK. He's just going to fall back down mid, try and maybe get a couple of exits, but saving that AK is at the forefront of his mind. And now LDLC have taken those 2 rounds on the trot. That's going to force mousesports onto that eco round. Obviously, I'd like to clarify now, because I don't think we clarified it earlier, or at least not on the stream. Now that the ROP has been swapped out for LMBT, our predictions completely go out the window and fall apart. I no longer predict Mouse to pick up a map here. Realistically, okay. I feel like it's too hard when you lose your best player or second best player. Yeah. To pull things back. Maybe LMBT is sick, but we've not seen anything just yet. He's not got a kill so far this game, if I'm correct. So, yeah, I just feel like that's going to have too big of an effect on mousesports. But we'll see. Yeah, 0-5 currently for LMBT, but it's been back and forth by his forces left and right. And again, he got picked up on the pistol in the second round pretty early on. So, LDLC into the gun rounds as they start to buy on down. We don't have one for mousesports. Finally, they decide to eco. We see a couple for LDLC on this board. And a stack up towards this B-bomb site. I like it. 5 players, sorry. Even the AK here for Chris J. And LDLC quick up towards Banana, or at least for Devil. But he waits for nades. Again, doesn't know the mousesports are fully ecoing. Wants to make sure. Can't be too complacent. Expecting mousesports to go for the eco could result in LDLC underestimating their opponents here. But it's a nice peek from LMBT. Good damage onto Devil, but no one will pick up a kill. It's actually only Sunny to strike onto Existence. A weapon grabbed as well onto the body of Stiko, but I mean, this round looking to be over before it's even started. Alex, he's been hitting his shots. He's been doing so well at MVP prediction. I'm pretty confident in that at this point, especially given the mousesports are down one of those players, putting in their coach. He's just been playing very well. He's been hitting the shots, as we've said. Stiko on the flank doesn't see out anyone, just around the edges of corners and not quite able to get the vision, but nonetheless, he has snuck his way all the way over to second mid. That's allowed LDLC complete control of this A-bomb site in the meantime. They're going to get the plant. Stiko rapid in behind. Doesn't have the kit. Doesn't have any armor. Only the AK-47 to play with.
since they did full eco on this one, they potentially have enough money to buy up into the next round if they so choose. I'm not too sure exactly on the economy, but you can see Stiko has 2.1k. That would be going up enough to give him a little bit of something, and there it is. Stiko able to get the frag off onto Devil.
Scary there for Devil. He turns around. I think he just spotted the barrel or realised or something, but yeah, he goes down anyway. That position is now given away to LDLC, but they're not going to hunt too much because, again, they don't want to lose too many players. Maniac can afford to do so with just a Mach 10. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, you hate to see it. Even gets an AK to save as well there. So LDLC 4 rounds on the board, and the money's good for mousesports. Bio will be coming through. AWP as well for Chris J. I imagine that's thrown over to Oscar, and an LDLC AWP in play as well. They've got Twanu now on that onto the 7th round. What can what can mousesports do to stop the tide of LDLC running over them here, as this T side is already off to a fighting start?
They got to hold those passive angles. They've got to try and make LDLC play into their court. We saw it with FaZe earlier this week on Inferno, how they would go for that face, and as soon as they saw any aggression, they'd fall back and play passive on that A site, allow themselves to have that strong presence, and really sort of dedicate themselves to being able to rotate towards that B site if necessary. So if mousesports can pull that off, that would be fantastic. LDLC maybe looking to put a little bit more pressure towards that B site, towards that mid position, and Oscar able to shut that down as Maniac does fall early on in the apartments on that push, but up Banana is where LDLC are putting their men.
Ooh, I'm not sure what Chris J was doing there. Nice shots from Devil, of course, but Chris J's holding close, and maybe expecting nades to go out from LDLC. They throw none, and without the support from Sunny, who was playing back towards the CT spawn, Devil just walks up, headshots him, and moves on to the site. Double entry, and off the back of that, LDLC run wild over B, and a deep CT smoke to stop even the possibility of a retake. I like this as well. If LDLC throw that deep CT smoke, it's not the same as a normal cross smoke. With a normal cross smoke, mousesports can consider a retake by wrapping in through the ruins and having a flank round. But with that deep CT smoke, they don't even let them get to the ruins. So LDLC can just hold off when the mousesports push back in, which basically forces them to save. Like, that smoke literally forces a team to save, because they go, okay, we had to either flash through this or wait 15 seconds. And you don't want to do the latter, because then you run out of time. We have one kit in play. So yeah, good round from LDLC. They'll hunt. They'll start to look for these kills, and they've already spotted Stiko in pit. Damage from him. Molotov from Alex. Stiko grabs the kill, but he's got to move into the open. That's where he dies. LMBT grabs his first round as well on the exit, but LDLC still pick it up, and that's what's important.
Yeah, they did manage to save that AWP on the side of mousesports. That's the one gun they really did want to just keep in their hands and keep rolling through. SMGs and even a Mach 7 for Stiko, so maybe playing up close in apartments potentially in this round, trying to go for those close shots, of course, so devastating at that close sort of range. LDLC, of course, full rifles. Again, nothing really too surprising about that. Full utility across the board for LDLC. Mousesports lacking just a little bit as Chris J just keeps getting burnt, pushing up that Banana. He's already taken a lot of damage, but Alex takes a little bit more as that Mag 7 finds the headshot.
Yeah, key player for LDLC already down and out, but still Devil's alive. He's a strong guy. As now LDLC walking up to the apartments. It's LMBT playing close. Nice reaction, does take down Maniac. Now we'll extend the man advantage for mousesports just one more as we're up to a 5-on-3. Molotov, what is that molly? I like it. It goes out towards short, maybe? On top of the porch? Yeah, on top of the porch to stop any boost play, but there's nothing in. Instead, it's Oscar in middle. Twanu's already caught out, so the AWP down for the CT side, and Chris J responds to Banana. Back and forth trades. Sunny's pre-rotation comes in just in time, and he has a Molotov to delay this push as well, allowing for more support to come in if need be.
Flashbang will flash him out, but it's not going to matter. He has already got that incendiary down on the aggression from LDLC. Twanu leading the charge with the AWP, checking out that CT angle, but they have to contend with a player on the site, and Twanu, lovely flick to the left, able to take off Sunny. And now 2 players left for mousesports. Stiko, LMBT. Both trying to push in, the coach sub, trying to bring to bear his talents on Inferno as they do just set up for this retake. It looks like they are going to go for this. They do have the kit on LMBT, and Stiko just finds both of those frags, turns the corner, and that is pretty much LDLC done. LMBT able to get the defuse, and that means that mousesports put another round on the board. LDLC do have the cash to sustain a couple more rounds, but you just got to keep chipping away, and putting rounds on the board is exactly how you do that if you're mousesports.
I love that. Stiko waits for the flank from LMBT to come out from Banana. He's like, okay, let's group up, let's do this 2v2. They're like, yeah, come on, guys, let's go, group up. 2v2, we can win this retake. And Stiko just walks in and goes tap, tap, and both players are dead. And it's like LMBT, I'll get the defuse, you know. Funny stuff. Good round, though, for mousesports, and especially from Stiko on that retake. We'll now see them back on the board. Not allowing LDLC to extend this lead any further, at least for the time being. And double AWP up as well for the CT side. Got to throw in a curveball. If you don't have ROPS in play, more power on Oscar and Chris J. My voice is dying today. All these rhymes. LDLC up towards Banana. 2 players on the other side here for mousesports. Just Sunny and Chris J. So you do have the AWP in play over towards his B site. Maniac just trying to fake out through Boiler. Flash goes through it. Blind Stiko up on this boost. We've seen their Molotovs going down here before, but they weren't expected this time. He sprays away. 2 kills. Bomb dropped as well. And Nade possibly even going out to do even more damage. Twanu tagged to 50. And LDLC, what do you do from here?
You fall back and you save. They don't have control of the bomb. They don't have control on the map. They have very limited utility, but Devil has other ideas. He is going to turn the corner, get the frag off on towards Oscar, and Twanu finds one as well. If they can find the pick off onto LMBT in that pit, they're in with a shot, but Chris J and Sunny both take the heads. And that is going to be mousesports with another round. LDLC do a lot of damage, though, as Stiko just spraying down in the mid there. That's pretty crucial into the rest of the round. They did stop that A aggression, but LDLC did get quite a few frags in there, so they are limiting the economy of mousesports. They're going to be able to buy into this round with SMGs and the armor, trying to play those close angles, smoke it out, flash it out, and play up close.
And your classic LDLC buy as well, the half buy, when they've got enough money for rifles, but instead go for SMGs and just charge into the B-bomb site. An unnecessary quasi, but allows for a double buy in a row as a bonus. Because now they just push on in, let's see what they can get done. They run this all the time on Inferno. This is actually the classic LDLC Inferno buy, pretty much. Chris J defending from the back of the site, dropped by Alex. And LDLC down a man, but they've still got site control. mousesports have given that one up. Luckily, they have the boost in play to stop the bomb plant. That's from Sunny. So one more for him. Existence expecting the cross as well, but he plays close to the smoke that's starting to dissipate as well. LDLC not with a lot of chances here. Luckily, they've retrieved the AWP on Alex, and he'll be able to take down Sunny, but now left out to dry, alone. Oscar holding the angle. Alex not able to sneak back in. And now with that smoke allows mousesports to take more aggressive positions and push back into the site. Alex is going to need to go massive, but Stiko cleans it up. 5-5 here. mousesports bringing it back from the early deficit.
Double AWP setup now coming out from mousesports. Secondary AWP going to be jumped over onto Chris J. Going to be the proud owner of that AWP. Reliving the glory days perhaps, but nonetheless, we are going to see mousesports even up the scoreline. LDLC, again, full rifles across the board. That's the power of their force buy. That's the power of how they sort of like to run their economy, as you said, go for those bonus rounds. And tagged through the wall, Oscar does have to fall back from the mid. Chris J actually burnt out as well, and headshot from Existence opens up that B-bomb site. They only have one player to contend with, and that's going to be Sunny playing from that CT position. If they don't push through the smoke, they will be fine. But Sunny opts to do just that. Maybe trying to channel his inner Nico from the other day. Just saw an Inferno just running around the T's, blocking them off, playing the old switcheroo, and just being a general nuisance. But he is just going to fall back, and they're just going to play it safe. LDLC running back down Banana.
Yeah, still faking up on this B-bomb site, but it's 3 players running up to A. It's going to be all on Stiko to get it done, but even on B, with a fake, they get more work than you would expect. Oscar now alone, and while he grabs that kill, the bomb's just going to go, nope, we'll hit the A site, thank you. There's only one player there, and Stiko has to go massive here. A 1v3 on the site. He grabs the first, waiting for Oscar to rotate in. Stiko with a second. No way he defends this site. Twanu will trade, so back into the 1v1, AWP v AWP. As Oscar moves back in, only 50 HP to work with, and Twanu has a Molotov in the smoke to cut off the cross. Oscar moving back in through the library, but there's a gap in the smoke, and Twanu, I'm not sure if he's aware of that. If Oscar plays his cards right, he could catch him off guard moving towards short, but he's already moved. So Oscar needs to clear the back of the site before he actually commits towards his short angle. We'll start to sneak on through. Twanu, Cyclops mode, down the scope, doesn't want to zoom in case he makes noise, and Oscar, it's all on timing. He misses a shot, so does Oscar, jumping on the bomb. He's going to stick it as well. Twanu doesn't expect it. He comes in from behind. Will he have time? Oh, almost in time. Oscar must have been less than a second there on that bomb. Twanu pick up the round here for LDLC, but it comes damn close.
Nonetheless, they do put the round on the board. 6 up for LDLC, and the amount of damage they were doing consistently to mousesports over those last couple of rounds does come to bear. They're only able to get those UMPs, those CZs, and the Mag 7 as well. Again, on Stiko, we saw him be able to take down Alex earlier in the apartment's position. If he opts to play up close again, that could go pretty badly for LDLC, but they should be able to check their angles. They should be able to have that sort of presence. Stiko with that Mag 7 throwing down the smoke and actually preventing that three-man push that they got ready there towards the apartment's position. The bomb still in mid. mousesports have an aggressive position up towards the top of Banana as well, so LDLC have their map really closed down at this point.
Yeah, the issue is it gives a lot of chances for LDLC to probe this A bomb site. They've been doing a lot, but they walk up towards the apartments, and Stiko's there. One shot, two left to trade. He runs back in, balls on this man as he shows them to LDLC, and they recall in fright. Two players dead, and Sunny rotating back in. mousesports don't have the manpower towards this A bomb site, but with three players pushing fast up through mid, it might catch LDLC off guard, although maybe not. Existence catches a rotation, and now mousesports left in an awkward spot. Two players left to get this one done. Bomb going to be going down. And Oscar, can he grab this AK? No, that's the round over pretty much. I don't expect this from LMBT, or I wouldn't from anyone with just a CZ.
Still, a man could dream, but only for so long, and you certainly find it difficult to dream when your head's been blown off. That's going to be Devil to do the work, and LDLC able to close out yet another round. So they're just putting more on the board. At this point, they're going to be looking at getting to that 8-round scoreline, pushing it on towards that 9th. That's really where they want to be sat, 9 or 10, especially against the mousesports team, who is reduced in their ability to go for these rounds, of course, with the sub. This nade stack, though, could do a little bit of damage if they find themselves out of position.
Fast in for LMBT, but no upgraded pistols other than one lone P250. Nice spray as well. We'll shut down one. Yeah, that's a round over. Look at the damage done. That's so unfortunate when you see that. The damage spread so thinly across here on the LDLC side. 3 players, 20 HP or less. Either way, it won't be more than one frag onto Devil.
I want to point out, though, top fragger in the server, actually Stiko. 17 kills.
So we were talking about this a little bit at the EMEA finals, if you were wondering. I was there.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, okay.
The mousesports actually won over
I didn't know you were there.
No, I was there. Again,
I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
No, I wasn't.
Well, I was.
Were you? Okay.
And we were talking about how Stiko, he was playing this massive support role, basically, just dropping guns for the other team. And even though he was playing such a supportive member, because obviously we look at mousesports and a lot of people question the pickup of Stiko, and they go, why pick up him? Why not pick up more firepower? Because Stiko wasn't known for his firepower, but he was such a great support player in Hellraisers, and people always question that. But I think it was a great addition, and he was doing a lot in terms of a supportive role. But he's actually almost becoming one of the stars of this team. We saw him consistently top of the board on LAN there as well. So it's great to see this player that was not picked up, at least for his firepower, actually be able to put up these numbers. And yeah, just destroying so far this map, and did the other day as well. I'm really excited to see how this mousesports roster grows. One of my favourite teams at the moment to watch. They're currently up there with Hellraisers and Gambit in my top 3 favourite teams. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see how Stiko plays. But already 2-man down, one trade coming in for Alex, and fast up towards A is LMPT just pre-fired by Maniac. Can't really play against that. Bomb down, 3v3 retake.
Yeah, the mousesports did have that initial lead. They did get those 2 frags earlier towards that B-bomb site, but again, LDLC just pulling back. They don't need to take the faces at that disadvantage. They're going for those frags. They know LMBT is playing that pit every round, and they're capitalizing beautifully. It's exactly what they need to be doing, and they just need to hold it now. Oscar leading the charge up the short. Flash is coming through as well, just trying to hold them down a little bit longer. Chris J finds one. Alex up on the site will take the shot. Tuanu finds one with the rifle as well. And Alex close up with the AWP, able to close it down. And LDLC put that 9th round on the board. mousesports, last round of the half, and they do not have the money to go for it.
Yeah, very dominant for LDLC. You've got to say a lot of it has got to be off the back of not having their normal roster. I don't think you can attribute this loss too much to anything but that. But either way, you can't take it away from LDLC. We've been seeing great individual prowess from Devil and Alex, especially putting up numbers into this game, and everyone performing well. No one from LDLC lacking behind. A tag with the AWP through the wall onto LMBT. Won't be able to hit this scout shot down to 59. Nice nade in response down mid from Oscar. We'll chip away at 2 players, making these SMGs, these Deagles, these scouts far more effective. And there's the Mag 7 of Stiko. Good range, somehow takes Alex.
Lands the headshot with enough pellets, and That's going to be the frag. A smoke as well to dissuade LDLC pushing up on towards this B-bomb site. They're funneling towards that close range play from Stiko. Oscar as well with that deagle, trying to play up close. He's going to pick himself up an AK as well from Alex's dead body. And that's going to allow them to keep pushing through, and Oscar uses it. He's going to get the frag onto Maniac, and now LDLC looking a little bit ropey, but they have stopped and thought, let's go back to B. The smoke has run out. They smoke off CT. Chris J on the site with that scout, that famous scout of his. Jumping in on through. LMBT as well has one, and he's pushing through the smoke, and he's just going to get the headshot as well. Devil refrags it, but that's just going to leave him standing. A lot of damage needs to be done, but Oscar's going to do just that. And mousesports take the half. LDLC with a 9-6 CT side, looking to close it out in the second half. We will be going to a short break, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Second half here between LDLC and mousesports. mousesports currently playing with their coach LMBT. And frankly, we've seen a lot of aggression from him. Even in the previous round of the last half, he just ran through a smoke with a P2K, shooting at LDLC, and he gets one, gets traded. And even the pistol, he rushed mid, and the second round, he rushed mid. He's very, very aggressive. Maybe not putting up the numbers, but hopefully he can step up into the second half, because someone needs to for mousesports. Currently down 6 rounds, LDLC leading this one, and currently 3 players up on B. mousesports set just outside of that. Probably going to be flashing Stiko in through with the utility and bursting up towards the site.
They do just that, flashing on through. Oscar takes 2, takes 3 headshots with the Glock. That is going to be the run through straight away for mousesports going on towards that B site. They're going to smoke off CT, get the plant straight away, and now it's just Tuanu and Alex. No kits to speak of, and Oscar isn't done quite yet. Finds another scalp, and now it's just going to be Alex left in that CT position, finally ending Oscar's reign of terror. Has to go through 4 more and get the defuse. That's a lot. That's not a lot of time to do quite a lot of work, but he's done the most of it. 2 kills already going through, playing from that CT position, goes for the reload. Not enough time though. He does need to go through far too much. 1 player back of sight. Chris J has to peek out, try and go for this frag. Doesn't have the kit available. He is going to spot him out, but not go for the full frag. They do know where he is now. Alex, completely unaware I don't think you're supposed to run at your enemies with your back turned. I don't think that's how it works, but nonetheless, he does just that. Alex nearly getting the rest of them, but not quite. mousesports take the pistol round with a plant and losing 3 players to Alex's USB taps.
Yeah, now back into the game if they can close out these anti-ecos here. LDLC forced up with CZs and P250s, and not a lot of rifles to play for mousesports. Slightly concerning, especially given the scoreline. I would like to see a little more safety from this roster, but we'll see. As LDLC, they have good utility to work with. They can recycle these smokes, slow down the push coming out from mousesports especially, and wow, the odds still favouring mousesports into this game. I mean, on the T side, this is where they're going to be more lethal, I think, because on the CT side, they're going to have, you know, I feel like I keep bashing on LMBT, but I feel like it's a massive point we need to keep taking into account, because it's a huge firepower drop-off. A player who hasn't played competitively in CSGO, not since 2011. So before Go was released, and yeah, I feel like now on the T side it should be okay because they can just send in their key players first to do the damage. But LMBT opening up on the A-bomb site, it's a fake, trying to fill the role of Rops with just the lurk as mousesports put the pressure down on B. 4 players for LDLC, 50 seconds left on the clock.
Playing it slow, it's smart against these pistols, this sort of buy, especially, you know, LDLC are going to be going for this sort of play. They're well known for it. We've touched on it time and time again. They do put the money into these rounds where you wouldn't necessarily expect them to. But they've done just that. They have bought up only just pistols and armor, so not too much money being spent, so a little bit more of a default round coming out from LDLC. But mousesports just going to fall back, take over the A-bomb site. No resistance whatsoever for LDLC, and they're just going to be able to get the plant.
Yeah, the full rotate just a few seconds prior to that push, so unlucky for LDLC. Now they realise the error of their ways. And Oscar with the only AK for the team still here, and alone, so slightly dangerous, because as soon as he gets spotted, they're just going to start hunting. Luckily, Sunny has nothing to lose, so he can chase, keep these guys penned into the ruins. I imagine we'll see a little more control towards mousesports' side. MBT hopefully going to hold on to his life as he's 6 health. And, I mean, mousesports don't need to chase, but they can just pen these guys and make sure no one leaves, no one gets near the bomb. And as time starts to tick away, the numbers group up and they begin to push back in for these kills. They only need 2. I think 2 more kills, then just back off, because it means LDLC won't be showing too much in the next round. But also, you know, if you leave 5 or 4 pistol players alive with armor, it's dangerous because they essentially just get two attempts at winning the round. But now with 1 armored save, this is not winnable for LDLC. This is just a giveaway for mousesports. So they know that they need to take some guns off, but you don't need to play too overconfident running back into that.
Banana Rush?
Save.
Banana Rush, what do you think?
What, from mousesports?
LDLC.
Well,
they have to do something a little bit weird, don't they?
I'd like a stack again. I always like a stack. If you're ecoing, just put 5 players on a bomb site. I feel like eventually you'll get it right. You know, if you throw 2, 3 full ecos into a game, one of them should surely be right. Assuming mousesports don't probe too heavily. On these kind of rounds, they're unlikely to. But up towards Banana. 4 players here for LDLC and 1 outside of the A-bomb site. mousesports have already probed and they've already started to wrap into B, but that will mean these Banana players don't need to push, because right now the element of surprise is coming out from both Sunny and LMBT, who are wrapping in through the spawn.
Maybe they've read into this, though, that LDLC, they're going to know. No, they haven't read.
They have no
They
idea.
haven't read at all.
Oh, you hate to see it, LMBT. That's unlucky.
Yeah, LDLC just getting the refrag on that, but I don't think too much more is going to come of it. Tuani, though, lands the headshot onto Oscar. They would attack down another player, but they're just going to close it out. mousesports even up the scoreline 9-9. 9-6 seems to be the fashionable half score at this point today. It's what all these teams are going for, and then they just bring it back to 9-9. It's the done thing, you know?
Yeah, that's all you can really do, apparently. As LDLC, wow, okay, so we've seen these, we talk about this, we've seen these buys from the T side of LDLC, but not the CT side. I feel like it does make some sense in the argument that, I guess it just gives you an extra eco, right? So you can make more money and guarantee you have a double or possibility.
Oh.
Actually, this half by working out already. Double nade down mid, takes down Chris J, and LDLC still with aggressive positioning. The issue is they've given up a bomb site. It's just Tuano here. So he needs to be careful to stay alive. Running in through the smoke, he'll pay the price. Sunny takes him down and the push comes up from middle, but there's plenty of manpower to trade this one back. 4v3, LDLC still in the driving seat.
Aggression from Banana really closed down where mousesports could have been. That gave LDLC the freedom to move around just that little bit more and allowed them just to push in and get those frags that they needed to. They are at that man advantage now. LMBT still on that Mach 10. He's coming up against two opponents who don't have head armor, so a little bit more effective against them, but pushing up Banana, he's going to meet Devil behind the wooden panel, behind the car that isn't a car. But he needs to be careful. He does have backup from Oscar. Existence is there to back up Devil. That's the shot from Oscar. It lands true, but the UMP is here. That's going to be the transition of the spray. Devil finds two, and now it's just Stiko. Does not have the bomb, only has 40 seconds left on the clock. The spray through the smoke, not quite able to land. Stiko just chasing the tails. But Alex is on the flank, and he has the CZ. Look left, my friend, or Tigo's going to headshot you. He has the bomb now, 30 seconds available as well. He's going to be able to rotate all the way over to the A site and just get that plant. That's all he needs to be able to do. With that Galil, he can land those headshots, especially that given that Devil is on low HP, that headshot will take him down and remove that one-tap potential from the AK-47, and that UMP will be all that he's got left to face with. But Maniac pushing on, will spot out the plant and shut it down.
Yeah, a good round from LDLC. Again, for those who are unaware how this works, LDLC wait till they have 5 to 6k, more so on the T side, and then they just go for the half buy. So they put in UMPs, and what that essentially means is they have a good chance of winning the round, yes, but it also means they're not spending a lot of money. So they save 3 to 4k each, meaning that if they lose the round, they get 2 buys in a row instead of having to throw in an eco. Something I imagine Existence came up with. I like to see it. It's quite fun. It works a lot on Inferno. But it's inconsistent. I feel like if other top teams did it, it may work out, but LDLC don't seem to have a huge amount of consistent effect with it, but it's a nice way to play, and something new as well, which is so rare. It's a novelty to see something different, people spending their money in a way that's never been apparent before, and hopefully we'll see some more of it. I want to see it on LAN. I want to see LDLC do that on a top tier event, but maybe they'll make it to finals. Who knows? As mousesports, they take banana control. 3 players on the B-bomb site. AWP as well. Tuanu holds close, but he misses a shot. That's unfortunate. And they're going to push off the back of that, take more control. Up towards the car they go as Chris J forces himself there. His teammates backing off, not looking to support as they go back to grab the bomb. We still got players up in Boiler, but they yet to take short and long control on A. Issue is it's going to be less control from LDLC as they only have 2 players there and a single trade up on Banana. That may force mousesports to play off the back of it, but there's still 2 players here for LDLC as they went for the early triple stack.
LMBT with the AK-47 pushing down towards Boiler and has a little bit of backup. mousesports starting to move over as well, pressuring in towards mid. They just start towards the execute. Alex on the site will be the linchpin here. LMBT going to Molotov out pit, so that's going to pressure him round. Going to be checking for those close angles now, but Alex is on site. He's going to get the double spray down. Now it's just Sunny left, and he is going to be taken down as well. Devil is the one to do so, and Oscar still has the bomb, is on site, but there's a player in pit, and it's Existence. 7 seconds left on the clock. He was locked into having to go for that plant anyway. At that point, his AWP was forfeit. He knew the players would be rotating around him. He just had to go for it. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the plant, wasn't able to get that extra money, but what that means is the economy for mousesports after losing that round, having to buy 5 full rifles, and yet again, losing that round. They're not going to be in with pretty much anything. So armor across the board, Tech 9s, and CZs. Tech 9, interesting, we don't see that so much anymore. It's one of those rifles that really just get... rifles?
It used to be. Yeah.
Used to be. One of those pistols that kind of just got taken over by the CZ and by the Deagle in terms of its usage.
It got nerfed massively as well, which means it's completely useless now. I thought it would still be used a lot, considering its range is still quite effective and its power range, but yeah, people just swapped over to the CZ on the T side. Flash out. And burst out here for mousesports. Double flash. Alex playing anti though. He turns back into it. Stiko's there. 3 kill for him. And 2 in fact. Existence going to follow up. And yeah, it's just a complete mowdown. Bye-bye mousesports.
They are able to get one. Sunny does get the frag with the CZ. Chris J finds another on towards the site. Tuanu does fall. Manages to grab himself an AWP as well, and it's Chris J. You never know what's going to happen, but Alex lands the shot with the USP, picks up the AWP, and they are going to be able to carry that one forwards. LDLC putting themselves a little bit further forwards now. Existence still has enough money to buy fully up. mousesports, though, again, they only have that 1 AK. They're going to have to full force into this round here. 3 AKs total, and a CZ and a Deagle. It's not ideal. No. They've spent all their money here, and really, I mean, they're going to have to full eco next round anyway, I guess, so it doesn't really matter too much. And if Alex is able to shut down a couple here on second mid, that's pretty much going to be the end of the round, but he's only able to get one, and he's just going to try and get away with that. Does just that, but he is taken very low. I think that's 16 HP.
I like it when players do that, when they look to the floor and turn around. There's a classic clip I think of, which is Angel on Cobblestone up on A long on the CT side with the USP on pistol round, and he runs up and he sprays his full mag, gets 2 kills, and he turns around and looks at the ground while reloading. And the reason he does that is because when you turn around, the back of your head is so hard to hit on the CT model, on both models, but especially the CT model. It's so hard to hit that players just can't connect it from the back, and they go for body shots. So up against Glock, if you just close range, you just, while you're reloading, turn around, look at the ground, you're not going to get hit in the head. You're going to get body shot. And then he turns back around and kills 2 more players. So I like it when players do that, because it is hard to hit that model. But look at this wrap from mousesports. Classic. Rotating in, but they're actually going deep into the CT spawn. I thought they were wrapping ruins. They walk to their death. Existence lines them up in the CT spawn, and Sunny's alone. This is falling apart from mousesports. The risky buy has not proved to have a reward. As Sunny walks back in, the cross is held from Devil. There's 2 players on the bomb, and there's only 30 seconds. Good luck.
They were pushing in and trying to go towards that A site through the smoke and trying to catch out the rotators in the process. Unfortunately, they weren't ready for the rotators, and they paid the price for it. Twanu just closing it out there, but LDLC starting to put their nose to the grindstone and get the work done, as mousesports just starting to flag that little bit. And again, I think we can attribute most of this to losing one of their main players to, I think, some technical issues it was, but
yeah,
which is really unfortunate for them, because this is a match that they really, really wanted to win and come in strong towards. But LDLC now, they're able to just push and get these rounds and get these frags and just inch ever closer to that victory, which is going to be so valuable to them. As we've said before, this late in the tournament, every win is going to put you that much closer to being top 6 on the leaderboard.
Yeah, this is starting to get out of control here for mousesports. They had control after picking up the pistol and pulling things back to 9-9, but now, since then, yet to find anything. LDLC, it's all been their game. Looks to continue. Warp on Twanu, holding the angle. Nice flick shot as well. Repeats. Second one, just easy. Lining them up, knocking them down. mousesports 3 players left in play as they reroute back towards short, or at least Chris does. Into the spray of existence. Alex speaking out for the balcony will get one as well. LDLC 14 rounds deep. And mousesports are going to need a complete sweep to bring this one back. 7 needed. As LDLC are just on the edge of picking up map point.
Twanu. A beautiful flick in the repeak, a very risky repeak, mind you. Could have been coming up against a rifle in that sort of situation, and that's really not the sort of thing you want to do. Obviously, they weren't able to get the frag, but he lands the headshot beautifully and is just so disciplined with those AWP shots. But probably a better decision would have been to fall back there. You don't want to risk getting the fragged out, especially with the AWP. You are so strong, and if you give that AWP over, that gives mousesports a lot of power to work with. But fortunately, he's good enough the way he can just say, whatever, I'll just do it, it's fine, and gets the shot. But a little bit more risk than LDLC potentially want to be putting in, especially given the fact that they have so much of a lead, and mousesports will take anything they can get from this point onwards.
Well, let's see how this is going to carry on, as I'm getting more and more worried for Mouse by the second. AWP on either side. Oscar scoped up on Banana. Maniac playing careful. Doesn't want to overface here, considering he is alone. We've got a 4-man setup on A. And the issue with the 4-man setup is there are 3 on short. So right now, if LDLC want to rotate, the only rotatable player is Devil. The other players are too far away. And yeah, he's just going to pre-fall back into the speedway just in case he needs to move towards the other side of the map. Boost up on short. And by now we should see Devil rotate. Yeah, good. Because they spot nothing on short. It's 40 seconds left. They don't know where mousesports are. Just go for the risk. Pre-rotate players back. Maniac still sits close in the smoke. mousesports with 4 players here, ready to burst the site. Sunny's just trying to make a fake, but with no utility. There's no one from LDLC that'll believe it. A risky push from Maniac, and he'll pay the price, goes down. As a push comes in from mousesports, Chris J has opened things up for their favor as well. Sunny even catches that late rotation from Alex. And right now, things are falling apart. Devil has to go big, and they won't check the corner. 2 for him. Holds on to the position as well. Doesn't get too aggressive. As Deco rounds it, he'll trade. And it's at 2-on-3 with 10 seconds left.
Plum
Oh no!
Plant going through to one who pushes the smoke, not quite able to land the shot, but he's delayed it enough. If he can get the shot off here, they have no time for going for the plant, but it does come through. Existence on the flank, not quite able to do enough damage to close out the round. Tuanu jumping about, trying his best to survive, and he lands the headshot with the CZ. Now, 1 versus 1. Tuanu with the AWP and the CZ, 7 bullets in the chamber, but it's going to be Stiko to close it down. mousesports just by the skin of their teeth closing that round, putting them onto double digits, and they're not quite done yet, but they're still in last chance saloon.
Such great work for Tuanu, just stopping the bomb plant, making that last player rethink it and getting off the spot. Just so close, seconds away from winning that round for LDLC. Couldn't do anything more there. That's unfortunate. As a tactical pause comes out from the CT side, they're aware that this game could fall out of control, so want to be careful. Again, this is LDLC, John. When have we not seen them take a tactical pause? The answer is never.
We haven't seen them take one so far.
They've been winning pretty much the entire map.
Okay, but, I mean, they haven't taken one in the first half, which is normal. We normally see them take one, at least 2 every half.
I mean, they really use their tac pauses, which I like.
Yeah.
I mean, Existence was the pioneer of the eco stay in spawn, right? Yeah. Where they run out of tac pauses and they just sit in spawn and
just give over the rounds.
Talk over strats for a minute and 40 seconds. They can run to their deaths.
Fair enough.
With Glocks, obviously, when you're not going to win a full Glock round, just sit in spawn. So yeah, you know, always using their pauses, and finally going to use one into this map as well.
Maybe it's best if they get out of the spawn for this one, and they seem to be taking that that sentiment to heart as they are now set up across the map. And once more, they're actually going for more of this A-side stack. mousesports, if they put their aggression there, they will be shut down. As long as LDLC maintain the sort of performance they've been having, they're just going to be shut down if they try and go further forwards than that. But if they exploit the fact that LDLC are not putting that sort of strength towards B, they could be in with a great bit of luck. But Oscar just getting legs as he rounds the corner. Tuanu just falling back, trying to go for the wall bangs through that little bit of the wall, but it's not going to find any more damage. And now they're starting to put their aggression towards mid. They are starting to push up, fully flashed, and Maniac through the smoke, able to get the spray onto Stiko. And that's Devil as well, finding one, and now mousesports not looking very good.
No, not healthy at all. The pre-rotation as well. With LDLC having 2 picks, they just settle into a default setup because they don't need to throw in any curveballs. With mousesports already being down players, they can just set up for a 2-3 setup, but seems like Maniac's reconsidering. No, he falls back towards A, so that's good. We only have 2 players towards this B-bomb site. Good setup for LDLC. Tuanu with the AWP tagged and Existence as well. Maniac will pre-rotate off the back of this utility going out here for mousesports. So looking like they're going to commit towards this side of the map as they walk on in. The wrap in through CT spawn again going to be coming through. Yes, it is. Chris J's there. Maniac needs to watch his back as they start to push on through, and Chris J catches him off guard. You can't afford to make those mistakes. Luckily, we have a double stack towards the back and no time left to plant. Tuanu is just styling on mousesports. 3 kills, 15 rounds, LDLC about to win the map. And look at the money.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing left in the coffers for mousesports. They lost that round, and that's really sealed the deal. Deagles, or Deagles, singular, going over onto Oscar. The rest are going to be CZs, but Chris J with his signature scout.
Yay.
Going to be looking to potentially put some spanners in the works. But it looks a bit unlikely. At this point, LDLC have definitely got the advantage, and that's the scout gone. Tuanu gives them a man advantage as well. mousesports, with only 4 players left, need to do something special. They need to take this one to overtime, but I'm not too hopeful for them.
Yeah, I'm not convinced at this point, to be honest. It's not been working out. Again, LMBT, bottom of the board for the team, 7 kills currently. Not that I blame him, but yeah, it happens. You can't win every game, right? Either way, let's see if mousesports can bring this back. Again, they've got pistols to play with, dangerous, but more dangerous for them than the enemies, I think, at this kind of scoreline. Sunny, about to be flashed on through. Smoke goes over. Wrap, nice shot from Oscar as well. Doesn't opt to go with a scout. Now can upgrade to an AWP. A better gun for himself. And actually, these pistols working. mousesports get control of the A bomb site. You blink and you miss it. Bomb can go down here from LMBT, just padding those stats. As now LDLC going to come in for the retake. 2 on 3, tagged up LMBT. And only a pistol on him as well. Doable, but with the AWP and the M4 up on these other 2 players right now, mousesports, they could take an 11th round. We've got to see LDLC play fast.
They do have a little bit more money left in the back, so LDLC will be able to buy up next round. They should be able to. but that smoke will block off Oscar's view, and he misses the player pushing through that arch. Devil playing up towards the apartments. Oscar does shut down Maniac, and that's just going to seal the deal. Devil looking only for those exit frags, maybe trying to go for a late peek towards the players, trying to save at the back of sight, and he is going to spray down one. That's going to be the AWP dropped, and no more. Stiko, yeah, he's going to go down there. 75 HP, I think that's going to take him.
Yeah.
The AWP not saved.
Oh dear, of all players to save that round, it's the one guy with 9 HP, as surprising as it is. And yeah, with that one rifle save, they can definitely buy up into this round. LDLC will not be going.
Yeah, they can chuck that M4 over onto Alex and the rest of them, just buying up those rifles. Maniac set on that UMP, but that's going to allow him to... oh, no, they swapped it out. But that's going to allow him to buy up all the utility that he needs. Diffuse kits on 3 of them. They have plenty to work with. Tuanu, yet again, trying to go for the shots down mid. Will spot out a player, but the cross is too strong. But the push comes out from existence, drops the bomb, and LMBT, the sub, is going to take down the flank.
Yeah, massive kill for him as now pulls it back for mousesports, but Maniac drops the B control. An unnecessary peek, I would say, from Oscar, but maybe just wanting to try and get a pick. Confidence. And Sunny, he's in a good position as well. He's actually swapped positions with Alex. I have no idea how this has happened. Alex must have just walked past him, but look at the bomb. Stiko doesn't realize he's already down in middle, and he can take him down. Alex, a huge kill with LMBT setting up smokes. Maniac's right there, ready and waiting. Finishes off the job. Sunny now alone. A 1v2 situation. LDLC, both players split up, but 1 player per site. This is going to require a round of mind games for Sunny. He's got utility to fake out or commit. And he's got plenty of time, but the thing is, the fact that he's sneaky in T-spawn shows that he doesn't know where LDLC are. They could be pushed down towards the lower mid. They could be on the wood stack down banana in the Mexican underpass. There's so many options here. So Sunny pretty much needs to be aware of every single angle moving into this B bomb site, which will make him waste a lot of time. At this point, he is committed. There's no way he backs off unless he sprints now. There's 30 seconds left. I don't think he'll use any utility because he doesn't want to give away his position to the second rotating player. But okay, the issue is Maniac is going to be holding towards the back of the site, waiting for that bomb plant, and Sunny's left it too late, so he's probably just going to jump on the bomb. He doesn't, fakes it, Maniac peeks, and that'll be it. LDLC pick up the map. Kind of expected given the LMBT situation, but either way, LDLC closed out in good fashion. 11 rounds to mousesports, and what can you say?
Not much, really. It's unfortunate. Obviously, mousesports down a player, a little bit more excusable. They were putting frags on the board, but it just wasn't quite enough. They didn't have that sort of cohesion that we've seen from them before, and it's unfortunate. As I said, LDLC played it nicely. They were able to pick up all those rounds that they needed. A couple of little slip-ups, so they are obviously fallible, and that's why they're not sort of judged as one of those top teams. And as you said, that development of that new economic strategy is something that's very new and novel coming out from this team. So I really rate them highly in terms of where they could be in the future, but right now, I don't think they're up there with the big boys sat at the top level. But nonetheless, they do pick up the victory here, and moving on towards the second map, I believe it's going to be Cash. They're going to try and repeat that.
What I'd love to see is, I'm not one to call for roster change of teams that are doing fine, but I'd love to see Zywoo on this roster instead of Maniac, in my opinion. Obviously, he's already said himself he won't join a team, like a pro team at the moment, but he's definitely the level to play on LDLC. I think he's on the level to play on Envious, for example. I mean, he's proven he's better than half the guys in LDLC by dropping like 60 kills in 3 maps versus them, or more than that. I think it's 70 or 80 kills, but yeah, just a really good French player that obviously I'm sure a lot of French fans will have heard of, and I'd like to see him on this roster in the future, but obviously maybe after he finishes school, like he said. But yeah, LDLC looking good in this map. Again, LMBT, it's hard to put too much weight on this series at all now with the standing. Maybe Rops will be back for second map, but I doubt it. So just technical issues on his part. Either way, that will be our first one concluded. As you said, Cash coming up next. So we'll be taking a short break, and Cash will be with us in just a few minutes. Stick around.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense, GeForce GTX, Lenovo Legion, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.